What is going on, guys? We are back with another rebuild on Madden 23, and today we are doing a rebuild of the Eagles, but it's not really. Now, this is a team that I haven't actually done a rebuild for this year. Still technically not going to, because they're so good. It's not even a reload. It's not even a reload, let alone a rebuild. So we're going to be making this kind of our Chiefs rebuild we did early in the year, where we traded every player off for picks, but instead, we're going to trade all these players off for players, pretty much. The trade finder could give us draft picks in fairness, but it's usually players. This team is just too good to rebuild normally. It's just we took too long to rebuild them, and at this point, it's just not going to happen. They're just too good. Sure, there are some positions where you can probably do better, but overall, this team is just too good. Maybe after the draft, if they get some cool names, maybe we do a regular rebuild, but challenge rebuild, kind of, video, Sunday/Monday type of, that's kind of the weekend, if you will, challenge rebuild. So, don't know how much of a challenge it's going to be, but to add to the challenge, because honestly, if we do trade finder individual player by individual player, there's a good chance we actually end up with a team that's even better than we already have. So, we're going to have to trade 3 things at a time, which I suppose in theory will also make it a little bit quicker, so we're not just trading for the majority of the video. But yeah, I really had no other idea what to do with this team for, trying to get them involved in a rebuild. At this point, Myles Garrett, huh? Okay, so I don't know how hard it's going to be to get a quarterback, but Myles Garrett is impossible. Trevor Lawrence, wow, they are really not giving me a lot back. But yeah, Myles Garrett's kind of good. I think I'm going to go for Myles Garrett here on this trade. This could be fun. This could be a fun rebuild, or it could just be still insanely easy. Jacoby Brissett, like that actually is a legit trade. So we now have Myles Garrett. I will probably have to remove our cap penalty, because we literally will not be able to afford the team. Trey Sermon is that a thing? Did they really give up on him that quickly? Let's see what we can get out of the running back bunch. Wide receiver T. Higgins is not a bad call. I'm debating on what I want to do, though, because it's like, we don't know how it's going to end, so I don't want to... I kind of want to just go for positions that are hard to get, I suppose. So, wide receiver is kind of hard to get. T. Higgins needs a contract, though, so do I really want to trade for a guy that needs a contract? Maybe not. Metcalf. Ooh, Metcalf. Let's go for DK Metcalf. That's my guy. Now, I don't think we need to absolutely trade all the, backup level talent, but I'm going to anytime I can. This is going to be a pretty bad trade, though, I imagine. So, trying to go for the cheapest, or the youngest player, anyways, that I can. Ezra Cleveland. Why not? Ezra Cleveland. I think he's star dev still. Now, even though we have Metcalf, this is still going to be a pain to trade off the talent that Philadelphia has at wide receiver. Corner. Ooh, that is interesting. Cornerback is definitely an option. Could get Marquise Brown, Buda Baker with that, obviously. Some O-line, Pittman. Jonathan Allen's a nice name. There's some good trade. This is a fun little trading sequence, if you will. Do you go O-line? Penei Sewell's pretty good. Oh, yeah, here's the thing. Penei Sewell's decent, right? But I keep forgetting how much we're actually giving up here. I mean, look at the talent there. I really hate the trades here, but honestly, if I was going to go for one, I guess the superstar young corner that's not needing a contract this moment would be my number one. Overall, I really hated that, though. That was not fun. That was definitely a loss, believe it or not. Definitely a loss. Tremaine Edmonds, linebacker's not the biggest need in the world, but, I guess that's the best so far based on youth. Yeah, we're going to be broke, if you guys weren't aware of this at this point in time. We are absolutely going to be broke. And this is crazy, but now I'm really starting to think about it as a financial situation, and I believe Brian O'Neill has his contract, set. So I'm actually starting to think, do you start paying attention to that a lot? Vikings are starting to, really build up this roster a bit. We need players that aren't going to be gone right away, and as of right now, I mean, we're seeing a bunch of players that are going to need contracts, very shortly here. But at the same time, we're not going to be filling out much of a roster at this rate. Man, they are really giving us the L. Pat Freiermuth for Mailata. But you know what? We might not get a better tight end option, so we're going to go for Pat Freiermuth. Question is, will we actually get a quarterback back, if you will? Maybe. Nah, I think we have to do it in order. I think to keep it fair, we got to do it in order. Quarterback, please. But that's the thing. Who's going to put a damn quarterback? We had the Trevor Lawrence on there, but that was like pretty much it. Jalen Waddle and Christian Wilkins is interested. We're going to go with Jalen Waddle and Christian Wilkins. There was a close call between, I think it was Chase Young and Kendall Fuller, but ended up going that route instead. So as far as the O-line goes, we have 2 starters. We should also trade Cam Jurgens because he's actually like an okay projected starter, so wouldn't be fair to keep him. Jesse Bates, and just all over it. Nick Chubb? Really? I mean, are we going to get a better option than Nick Chubb? Unless some other team wants to, like, give me a package deal. Can almost argue Debo, running back. Saquon's pretty cool. Quentin Williams, though, that's kind of a fun one. Anyone want to give me a running back? Ramondre Stevenson? I mean, not really what I'm looking for. Can't believe Lane Johnson at his age has this much value, though. Derrick Henry, too. Yeah, I'm going to take Nick Chubb. I think that's a good trade. Got 2 Browns players now, and 2 of the best at their positions in the entire league. Let's trade off the left ends. This shouldn't be too much value, right? Jalen Johnson, though. Jerry Jeudy. Okay, there's some names here, actually. Oh, Isaiah Simmons, take him right away. He gives me versatility. You know, if I'm missing a safety or a linebacker, you know, I've got a replacement. I've got one or the other. Jordan Davis. That should give us some value. He is worth a lot. And I'm stuck on this one. I almost feel like A.J. Terrell's my guy just because a lot of the other guys, like we talked about with the contract situations, I would like to go with Rashawn Gary or Brian Burns, but I just think, like I said, that's contractually, that's going to be an issue. You know what? Seattle's actually given us a decent trade here. Jamal Adams and Jordan Brooks. That solves some more defenders. I'm going to make that trade. What else do we have? We have more DTs you have to get rid of, don't we? These 3. Oh, not those 3. Yeah, there's a lot of good players on this Eagles team, believe it or not. There's some okay players. And welcome to the team, Cameron Curl. Tempting trade offer there, Bills, but I'm going to have to pass. Same with you, Saints. Close, but not quite. And I think Wyatt Teller is the best option, another Browns player. Could be costly, but Ravens offered us Ronnie Stanley. We take him. And the Buccaneers are going to give us Devin White, so we'll take Devin White. Not the best trade in the world for us, but, I mean, it does the job. So, yeah, if it doesn't involve draft picks, I actually don't think you need to back out. But if you obviously have draft picks involved, it will not register that they're gone, and it gets disgusting. But speaking of disgusting, this frame rate is so bad. Also disgusting, the fact that you're not liked or subscribed yet. Like, what's going on here? Really didn't work. Leonard Williams, down to just the safeties. I don't know how many we have. It's probably like one good tradable player. Epps, Johnson, and I suppose Wallace. We're going to have to trade the kicker punter as well because we want it all. And even though Joke was on the list, I'm going to go with Miles Jack because I think he's contracted a little bit longer. Deron Payne was there as well, but I think he needs a contract as well, speaking of. It's a huge part of this, is those contracts. So, not like, not able to just grab whoever we want. I don't really care about the kicker punter. I don't think we're going to get anything for this anyways. Tyler Bass. Okay, so we actually get a kicker back. Tyler Bass is pretty decent. I'm not going to go with the actual meme of Butker, dude. He is so bad in sim. And I suppose we'll trade the damn punter off as well. Why not? Just make the whole thing happen. See if there's anyone in behind that we forgot to get rid of. Yeah, this isn't the greatest squad. We're missing a lot. Okay, so, while I was doing this, I was kind of thinking, I was like, actually, we made a pretty good team. Which isn't, it's not entirely incorrect. It's not the worst. But yeah, we're definitely missing some things. And with the contracts, I'm going to get rid of our cap pen right now. But as far as like re-signings go, that's up to us to, make it happen. And there's no trade. I'm sorry, Sipas. It's not happening, dude. And I know there's a lot of guys out of position, but let's see how bad the team got. It went from an 89 to an 84. Yeah, it's still good. It's not bad. But there's definitely some lackings, right? Like we did for one. Oh, we didn't trade Slay actually, so maybe Slay will fix this up for us. But for one, we once again don't know about these contracts. I tried to get only players that were going to not need a contract right away, but I don't know how well I actually did with it. Really, Slay's great. He's an X Factor. He lasts long because of that. But Tyron Smith, huh? That's another thing. He is expensive, so Lattimore. I think I go Lattimore. So we have sick corners. This could either be really fast or really challenging because we don't have a quarterback. And I don't think I'm going to allow player trades outside of that. I think that's the only player trades we're allowed to do. So Jacoby Brissett is QB1. All right, the team, 85 overall after changing positions around, getting some backups in there. But it's not just about how good is the team right now. It is who has to get paid. Obviously, we're starting a 60 overall left end. But who has to get paid? You know, I don't know. Like Lattimore might need a contract soon. Miles Jack needs one next season. Brooks and White might be like very close. And, you know, there's some contracts here that are definitely going to be expiring. What's our cap situation, actually? Just curious before we decide to clear the pen. Okay, yeah, so we kind of have no choice but to clear penalties here. I was thinking, you know what, maybe we can just do this without clearing penalties. Yeah, that's not super possible. Jacoby Brissett kind of hit his QB, what is it called, check-in, and gets 4 to medium and deep accuracy. That's interesting to say the least. All right, so Aaron Mosby, 60 overall free agent, is now a star dev. He gets 5. He's literally 0 overall. How are you going to make him get... Dude, he needs like 50k XP, let alone 5k. Oh my lord, he's so terrible. But he's star, I suppose. He's star dev. What other upgrades? So 23-year-old star dev, 71 finesse. I mean, star dev's cool and all, but like, really? Can you really do anything with that? So we still have negative 85 million cap, apparently. It might just be the amount of talent we have. But this is an interesting rebuild. You know, it's kind of weird. You know, Mosby's on this list now, but even if he, you know, even if we had the money, I probably wouldn't pay him anyways. Yeah, we're negative 87. Is it just is the dead hit like still like calculating? Because obviously it's like a 2-year type of deal. Or is it just we have so much talent right now that is top tier pay that we can't afford them? So 218, yeah, the salary. So it is just the dead hit, it seems. But yeah, I mean, I imagine it's gonna get kind of crazy next season. All right, we are 12-5. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are 8-9. We are in the wild card round. Weak link. It's got to be the defense. Actually, it's got to be the offense. Got to be the offense. Has to be. It is the defense. What do you need out of them the most? Slow down the pass. The damn Buccaneers. What do you expect? But yeah, a very good season 1. Obviously, a lot of the teams around the league, especially the Browns, are going to be a bit different. 3 straight losses, which obviously, or I would assume, very likely lost us that bye week on the division or on the conference, which it did. We only need like 1 game. We lost 3 in a row. But obviously, Jacoby Brissett, seemingly decent, right? And we got to the playoffs. 43 touchdowns, the first in the league. 8 interceptions only with 4,400 yards. Was he MVP? Chubb was amazing. Metcalf was great. Waddle was decent. Pat Freiermuth. It's kind of crazy. You almost have, like, the same team at wide receiver, just faster versions, but very similar type of players. But yeah, you know, good blocking. Myles Garrett only 18 sacks, but you know, it's really good. It's just for him. I'm used to seeing like 20 plus every time. Leonard Williams at 9. Everyone else, let's just not talk about it. Picks were decent, actually. Kicking was pretty bad, and then punting was about average. Kept the punter, so technically, you know, if you're one of those people that just wants to cry about everything, he didn't, it's not real. Tom Brady's still here. Lamar Jackson MVP, barely over Jacoby Brissett, in fairness to him. Really good season. Do you keep him as the quarterback, best running back, best DB, and a playoff spot against the Buccaneers? Halftime score, we are down by 8, but we get the touchdown and the 2-point. You know, not technically the Eagles roster, not technically as good, but still finding a way with a completely different roster to get it done and head to the divisional round with Jacoby Brissett at quarterback. This guy has been so good in sim for so long. Remember when we made him like really good in an actual franchise we played? That was fun. That was kind of fun. But let's take a look at the numbers. Wilkins with 2 sacks. Okay, that's not really his game, but sure. Bass 2 for 3. For him, that's literally his average. Literally the 66% completion man himself. The defense couldn't deliver. Yeah, because 225 yards or less is a lot to ask for, or too little to ask. I don't know, dude. You know what I mean. It's Tom Brady still, after all. The divisional round, the Falcons, another kind of low, barely making the playoffs team, only an 80 overall. And of course, it should go without saying that if one of the players that we originally started with goes to free agency, we obviously can't take them. It's pretty obvious, but I also think it's kind of obvious that we're probably not going to have any money for free agents anyways. 17-7, the Falcons keeping up with us a lot quicker or closer than I would have liked them to. Up by 7 with a point here. Yeah, we will take the 2-possession lead. So, once again, a really different team, really weird rebuild, but still kind of killing it out the gate. Nick Chubb, Andy Isabella having himself a good game. Sacks, Leonard Williams. The interior doing well. Surtain with a interception. I still go in between on Surtain and Surtain. It's just, I want to say Surtain. Also, don't judge if we ever go into the game. We have to come in and try to play a snap, and you see all the numbers are all over the place. I forgot to change them. What can I tell you? Another 9-8 team. The Cowboys, I actually, midway through the season was looking at the records. I didn't think they even were going to make it, but here they are, and I'll be honest with you, I don't feel great about our chances of winning. Also on the other side, AFC, a lot of wins, but two teams you wouldn't expect. The Steelers and the Colts. We definitely did trade with the Steelers at least once or twice, so can't remember exactly who we gave, but definitely an interesting name drop. Normally they're not on the list, but we may have made them goons, perhaps. Second half, it's close. We're down by 8, but it seems like we're down by a touchdown across the board here throughout, and defense just not going to get it done. As they said with the weak link, definitely the weak link. We lost to the Cowboys. The Cowboys made it to a Super Bowl, in the 21st century. You're doing something wrong. Jacoby Brissett, not bad. Was that 29 for 20? I don't know if I've ever seen that in Sim. I literally don't think I've ever seen a perfect completion rating. That's crazy. Wow. Yeah, I don't think I have. I think that's a new one. Of course. Mosby, the only guy to get a sack. Ugh. That was a really bad defensive performance. Offense wasn't great, but they definitely would have done enough if the defense actually ever got a stop. But this is where things get interesting. Let's see if we can get some dev ups, and what kind of team we're going to have for the next season is, like I said, the contracts are getting a little weird. Let's first, we got a lot of salary cap. There it is. Let's first see this. So the Cowboys win the Super Bowl. Not really shocking. And there goes the money. It's gone again. Jacoby should be star dev, right? And he is. He's actually a 78 overall. Freiermuth is a superstar defensively. Any dev ups? It looks like White, Brooks, Williams all went up in dev, and so did Surtain. Okay, so we got a lot of dev ups, but we also have a lot of guys that are really good, might need contracts, and we'll see exactly how this goes. Obviously, these guys are all traded for, so it could be glitching as well, where it's just not showing the negotiations until right here. It happens a lot. Way more often than you'd like to know. And I don't remember Jacoby Brissett being in the list of players we could actually re-sign, so I think he was one of them. We're broke, so there's nothing we can do. Even if we wanted him back, we can't afford him. And is this... Okay, so with that penalty clearance, I think all penalties are done, right? All the trades you made, it's over. All the penalties are gone, right? There's no penalties. It says their salaries are like $75 million difference, though, so clearly there's some sort of issue there, because we should have $75 million to spend then, and it doesn't seem like we do. Not that I would pay Jacoby anyways. As much as he had a great season, this seems like a team that cannot get it done unless they, at minimum, have a rookie quarterback, and there may need to be more rookies than just that. And now it says we have $89 million, like I thought we were going to have after we cleared the penalty. So is this, are we actually fresh starting it out here? Is that what I want? Yeah, so Leonard Williams, got to pay him if you want him. Devin White, got to pay him. Wilkins, Miles Jack, Ezra Cleveland. Freiermuth doesn't need a contract just yet. So it seems like year 3, maybe year 4 of this rebuild is going to get real interesting. But speaking of free agency, who is actually here that we would have had? So James Bradbury, but in fairness, he's 30, so we're doing a regular rebuild. We may let him go. Same with TJ Edwards. So nothing crazy. Quarterbacks, who's in here? Jacoby Brissett, he had a great year. Kind of deserves to be getting the love. I don't know what the quarterback situation is like in the class, the rookie class, obviously. Jordan Love. I haven't seen him in Sim in a while. 2 year 6.6, just to have an option in case quarterbacks suck, I suppose. And the Saints with pick 5 for us, which is a bit of an upgrade. Let's see the Saints here. Show you guys, we didn't. I mean, it's kind of a wacky rebuild. I don't think you need to cheat when we're already in a pretty good spot right now. We didn't force any losses or anything like that. But quarterback is an option. All right, so we have 3 decent-looking quarterbacks. I scouted them even further. Hopefully we can see them all, and we can. And, Goldberg is a top 5 talent, whereas the other guys are 1 to 2s. Based on just, the accuracies, obviously it would seem, they're the same guys. So I suppose Goldberg's our best option, which I think I'm going to take at 5 if he's there. Might have to trade up if one of the other quarterbacks goes, though. All right, Goldberg goes first. I'm kind of thinking he might have decent dev then. And we have a choice at well, maybe not a choice. No, we do have choice at quarterback. So who do we want that isn't Goldberg, I suppose? They're both decent quarterbacks anyways, but I think Welch probably is the better option. 21 years old, good throw power versus a Hardy, who is also 21 with good throw power. They're both literally the same. I don't know. I think Welch, right? 3/4 fast and smooth throwing motion. The fact that they skipped on him though really worries me. He's the number 1 on my list. Whatever, Joe Welch it is, and he is hitting development trait, which is a good sign. 91 throw power, 21 years old, like we said, 6'1". Yeah, it is what it is. We got a quarterback. I also kind of want Monty Ziegler, but he's a round 1, and we have pick 30. Don't think we're going to make that trade all the way up. And I think I might go best available, as Mike O'Reilly looks decent. He's 21 years old with a B power move, A finesse, or block shed, super strong, decent 40. And Leonard Williams needs a contract, and I don't know if we're going to be able to afford him. So Mike O'Reilly is going to be my choice here, and he is actually hidden. There was a decent chance he was going to be normal. A lot of those guys are normal. They're 74, 75 overall normal. But at his age, I was I'm okay with it. And somehow Cumberland is still here. I actually don't remember all the linemen we need. I just remember we need 1 or 2. So I was I'll just go for Charles and Griffith. But the fact that Cumberland's still there, I think I might go with him. 22, he is massive though. Strong as hell. I'm going to go Grant Cumberland. And he's heading development trait. 90 strength, 70 speed. Great player. Now we have pick 5 in the 3rd round. Can I get to the players? There was a solid-looking linebacker. Of course, this is a pass rusher, which we may actually have to go. Oh, he's a 3 to 4. Just taking the bet that his power move is, decent. Because obviously, he's definitely not a coverage guy with his size. And his athleticism is not that great. But we also do have Delvin Flanagan, who is 22 years old, but very athletic with the A zone coverage and B man. I think I'm going to go Delvin Flanagan here and really regret it with his 88 speed. I will say, though, 85 jumping for a linebacker, that's one of the best rookie linebacker jumping numbers I've seen. And once again, another situation where I kind of just moved down because I'm I don't think Fisher, I don't want to take a risk on Fisher anyways. I'll just go to the next pick, maybe take Brian Gibson or something. But he's still there. So with that knowledge, I'm definitely taking Ben Fisher, who also is normal development trait. These linebackers are letting me down. We are now looking at the late 4th. Whiteside actually doesn't look terrible. 22 years old, C zone coverage, pretty athletic, undrafted, projected. I obviously look for the athleticism. Usually don't even see close to 4.47 and undrafted. But you also do have this cornerback. He has an A catching Seaman. I don't know why I had to repeat it. B to D zone. It definitely could be D, and I probably would bet on it. But athletic enough. I'm going to take him. Darren Peel, another normal development trait. But we are kind of getting into the end of the draft. And now I kind of wish that, I kind of hope that safety is there at 30. I'll probably be willing to take him. Isaiah Simmons needs a contract, and I don't see us paying for him. And he is still there. So Taj Whiteside, 6'1", 91 speed, 92 excel. I don't know how good he is, but we are in a mad normal streak, which I guess is kind of expected. Really just want to see the quarterback comparison. As long as we didn't land the worst of the 3, especially since we had a choice at 2 of them, I'm okay with it. And Darren Spiller is here, so we're going to grab him. Super fast, 96 speed. Everything else is actually pretty slow, but 96 speed, Luckily, well, it doesn't really matter. It's a rebuild anyways. We're not actually playing the games, but speed is the most important of those ratings, in fairness. And Simmons actually is on the trade block. I might actually trade him, especially if this safety is decent. Quarterback is a 74, 74, 73, 71, 66. Oh, my Lord. Yeah, those normal devs kind of were, in fact, pretty normal. Yikes. I guess let's go to the quarterbacks first. See what we got. So, quarterback 1, 77 overall. Hidden development trait. Yeah, he definitely was the best. Well, I don't know. Maybe his dev sucks, but he's still, based on those ratings, looks pretty good. And it does not suck. He is superstar. Sweet. Obviously, we'll take a look at our guy because he's the projected starter anyways. What are his ratings? 85 medium, 83 short, though. Actually pretty damn good. What was his trigger happy, which is not great, not the worst, I think. Let's take a look at his dev. Come on. Star. Okay. Could have been normal, though. Could have been normal. And here we go. Hardy. Please be normal. Of course, 74 overall. 88 short, 80 medium. I think because short is one of the most highly rated things you get in upgrades. I think our guy is better, though. Unless... No, he's also star. Fair enough. So... Some decent quarterbacks, but Goldberg was, in fact, the best. And Pittsburgh literally has no shame. They have literally no shame. All right, Season 2 team. We obviously had a pretty good chance to win it first year. Didn't do it. Jacoby, best of luck to wherever the hell he went. Obviously, a lot of superstar pluses on this offense. Defense, same situation. Obviously, I went a couple of weeks in, so that's why some of the ratings are, some upgrade points here. But, yeah, I think it's a good team. But these contracts, what are we going to lose? Who are we going to lose? Are we going to be able to lose? Are we going to lose anyone? Maybe we can actually afford everyone. And Riley, Fisher's just such a trash can. Riley's not fast, but 75 speed, 83 excel, that's good enough, right? He already had Brandon Graham starting, so what's really the difference in speed? All right, here we go. 27-year-old Christian Wilkins, a 3-year 45. 29-year-old Leonard Williams, a 2-year 21. It's a bit of a difference in price there. Cameron Curl, Miles Jack, Devin White, Jordan Brooks, Isaiah Simmons, Ezra Cleveland. I mean, anyone else wants some money? Why not, right? The whole damn team wants some. Why not give it to the rest? Brooks is a little expensive. Devin White is even more. And then Miles Jack is just not even worth it. So Jordan Brooks, definitely, assuming we can afford him, like to keep at least 2 of them if I can. For sure 1, which we just got there in Jordan Brooks. Cameron Curl is not really asking for a crazy amount, but he is a safety. I'll do a 3 or 3rd. Really, dude? He might actually be let go. So, yeah, this is where things become a little ugly. 5-year 70, Devin White's like, I can do better. It's like, maybe, but please don't. Leonard Williams, man. I mean, I honestly, I thought he was going to be the one to go, but based on the money, I just don't think you can afford to keep Christian Wilkins on a 3-year 45. That's insanity. Another playoff berth, I imagine. We were number 2 in the division, so maybe not. We did lose, but we are still in. Just the Giants are the better team, so they got the division. 11-6 for this squad. Nick Chubb, best running back in the league. Welch was really bad. Same scheme and everything. Same one that Jacoby Brissett did well in, but Welch was not as good. Nick Chubb was very good, though. Holy crap, one of the best rushing seasons ever. Metcalf was pretty good. Waddle was okay. Freiermuth was decent, and then Spiller was decent. Blocking was not the best. Definitely not the best. Myles Garrett, a little bit worse than he was last season. Leonard Williams, decent. Riley, not bad for a rookie, especially since he's definitely playing out of position, right? Wilkins, 5.5. He's gone. Surtain with 5 interceptions. Bass missed only 1 kick and was blocked. We paid him. I don't even know why I paid him, but I did a 3 or 14. So glad to pay top dollar for, he was a good kicker. It's just for a kicker. Nick Chubb, best offensive player. And look at that. Larry Hardy. Nice. I suppose our guy was number 2, and he didn't really have that good of a season. Nick Chubb, best. He won a lot of awards. Let's just put it that way. The Eagles versus the Rams. We have 10 overalls on them still. However, after we lose some players here, that could change. Going to the end of the game, the Rams with a really nice rushing touchdown start. Our defense doing better, in fairness. Offense is really struggling in this one. 10-3. This rookie quarterback might not be him. This rookie quarterback, who we picked 5 overall, is playing like some dog, it seems. 13 to 16 to 10 now, and we'll win, but because of our defense, which last season actually costed us our season. Baker Mayfield, not much worse than Welch, to be honest. Nick Chubb was decent. Cam Akers was okay, but he had that huge run. Cooper Kupp's still there. Obviously, it's not, some crazy down the line situation yet. Sacks, they actually won the sack battle. Miles Jack and Cameron Curl with interceptions. Nicholas Mora with a pick for them, and Bass was perfect, which we needed him to be. Yeah, we struggled that much against an 82 overall team. That's, I'm sure, a great sign for the things to come this season, right? Cowboys 11-6, so they probably are in the playoffs as well. And here they are. Speaking of, just had to bring them up. 92 to their 87. We're still better, but we're really not playing like it. The Ravens moving on the AFC side. Cowboys with 7-3. Come on, get your revenge, fellas. 7-6, 14-6. Is that literally the score that it was last halftime? Maybe even worse now. Nice. 17 all. 20-17. 20-24. Better performance than last time, I will say. And, they actually had a really good drive there. What happened? We're moving. Come on. 3rd and 5. Can they get it? They get it. With under 2 minutes left to play. The Cowboys on 4th and 7. With the game all on the line. Who the hell do I use her? I suppose Wilkins is the worst pass rusher, so we'll go Wilkins. 2 superstars on that side. Zach Martin's playing left guard for them right now, which is weird. And we get there with Wilkins. And I should just leave the AI to it. I may have just sold. Nice. Of course, with the... I tried to trick him. Adams with a huge hit. No fumble. All right. I mean, they don't look like they're going to get the score, like the touchdown here, but... And nice tackling attempts, but not really finishing. And the clock works out even better for them because of that. If they would have went down earlier, we could have called a timeout and, maybe made it weird for them. But instead, this is going to go to overtime because I'm a bot. Looking at this one, it's very close. Very close. I mean, the amount of plays are similar. The yards are similar. The score is the most similar it can be. The Cowboys win the toss. Who would have thought? And this could be over. Obviously, because of the new rules, do get a chance no matter what, though. So let's see. Honestly, with the way Sim works, you actually kind of want to kick the ball off first. Because it seems like the AI always, equalizes what you do. And we get an extra 16 seconds because why the hell not? Why the hell not? Cowboys are moving. 3rd and 13, 4th and 6. A touchdown wins you the game. We lost, didn't we? Oh! Did we get a one-play touchdown? What happened? I'm so proud. I'm so proud of them for once. An 81-yarder. I don't know why I expected to see it. It's literally Sim. 81-yarder to Waddle and Welch. Making me feel good. Thank you, rookie. Thank you. Well, I forgot I didn't even think about it. We have the Eagles scheme. Okay, I mean, Jacoby was, he's not that fast anyways, but yeah, wish we had Goldberg. Let's just put it that way. Trayvon Diggs with a pick, White with a pick. But hey, we might still win the Super Bowl with Whitey Mick Can't Run. It's basically like the nickname for 99.9999% of white dudes trying to play corner. And for the championship, the Eagles versus the Cardinals. So in theory, 3 birds remaining. It is 3 out of 4 as the Steelers are still involved. J.J. Watt's also still involved, playing for the Cardinals still, which is a little bit of a surprise. 7-0. Second quarter, 10-0. 10-3. Ooh, looks like an interception or something. Defense is doing okay, but offense, you gotta do better, dude. It's tied up at 13 all. I hate this. Okay, they're driving. 4th and 9. What's the sitch? Field goal? I mean, I get this is a really unfortunate situation to be in, but you guys put yourselves here. You need to make this happen. And that is not a great throw, but Metcalf drops it, I think. The throw was a little too far out there, and Buda Baker, I may have gotten a hand on it before Metcalf could. The tight end, the linebacker dropped. I mean, there's just so much space there. It's a 50-50 ball. You can't blame one way or the other. Well, actually, I can. There's one guy I can blame, Welch. Welch does hard of our draft pick, as it looks like we're going home. Intercepted by Sertan. And we can't move the ball 1 yard. Not even a yard. Are you kidding me, bro? Please. This time. Thank you. Oh, my God. This offense sucks. Can't wait for Bass to miss the extra point. That's just our luck. Let's be honest. We're not going to make a stop anyways. You got that pick, but that was just circumstantial at best. Yep, there it is. I mean, look at this. Look at the situation here. Moving the ball with ease. 3rd and 6. You have no choice. You got to go for it. Honestly, I don't even think I'm going to cover the running back. I'm just going to go in. Oh, they're going to run it anyways. Nice blitz. Really worked out there. 52-yard field goal to give them the lead, and that'll waste at least like 6 seconds. So if they hit it, we're in some trouble. He shanks it. Well, I didn't say shank. It actually kind of came back, but 9 seconds left for a chance at the Super Bowl. We'll say it's a little hit or miss at times, but not super common. Metcalf, maybe. Yeah, we're going to take Mr. Freiermuth, who's going to give us a Hail Mary shot. Or, apparently, is there wind? He can hit this? 66 yards? I mean, I gotta try it. Like, we gotta go crazy. I don't know. Oh, so close! We must have missed the accuracy off by the left by a little bit. That was an attempt. Could you imagine that'd be the greatest field goal kick of all time? Are we gonna go freaking... Oh, we actually got it this time. We'll say kicking worked last time, but we're gonna receive this time. Back-to-back overtime games in the playoffs. I'm assuming that's never happened for one team. Hell, has that even happened for, like, back-to-back rounds ever? I don't even know. Let alone one team. Not the super common. You know, into the playoffs, teams don't typically play for overtime. Nice touchdown. Stop wins you the Super Bowl. Well, it doesn't win you the Super Bowl. It gets you the Super Bowl. And 3rd and 5. 3rd and inches now. 4th and 2. They get it. All right. 4th and 15. We're coming in. Okay, yeah. All right. I guess I try to sim. Maybe they'll go for a fake field goal or something. Cause they're... All right. This game's so freaking good, dude. And for the game-losing field goal, it's up and good. Like, what are we doing, dude? Oh, my God. Seeing with James Conner, what are they doing running the ball that many times? He would get 12 attempts from me, and that's it. If that's the way it was going, the trajectory it was headed, 12 attempts, you're done. You're done, mate. That's it. Nick Chubb, elusiveness upgrade. He's already obviously maxed power. Gets 3 to spin move. What is his ratings, actually? 80 spin move only. Okay, he sucks at spin move, but everything else is literally unstoppable. And it's a bird bowl. It's the bird bowl. Everyone would be talking about it for a little bit, though, to be fair. Let's take a look at the devs. Any DevOps? Welch, definitely not. Waddle, no. No one on the offense. Oh, was Cumberland... Was he already a superstar? We drafted ourselves a superstar offensive lineman. That's not half bad. Defensively, Devin White went up in dev, and that is it. Riley, obviously, only a star dev here. But, yeah, Devin White, try to pay him a 5-year 75, wouldn't take it, so... I'm not saying this is the window, but this is definitely the best chance to win the Super Bowl. So if you can't win it here, it's going to be a little unexpectedly to win it going forward. We have them by 6 overalls. Let's see it. We did take their left tackle, though, didn't we? So who do they get in return? Wide receivers? Who the hell do they get? Or who do they... Yeah, who do they get? Oh, Hassan Reddick, huh? Hassan Reddick? I mean, that's decent comp. You know, we recently rebuilt the Ravens, and that pass rush, not the greatest. Nice drive for the Ravens, who will get a touchdown on it. Ugh, 7-all, 7-10. Come on, offense! Wake up, dude! This offense sucks, man. Like, they're so bad. They're so bad! They're so bad! They literally can't get more than 7 points. They're going backwards, bro. What is wrong with them? 7 points. Really? The season's on the line. It's going to go to the freaking rookie Spiller. And who else would you want to go to? Who drops it? Oh, he's a bot. I couldn't go aggressive. He would have been short. He's a bot. What a GG, man. Wow. I was going to think, you know, this was the this is going to be like a, a dynasty run. This is the win. We win this one. We try to win one more within the next 2 years. But instead, it looks like we're going to be going until we just win a Super Bowl or the 5 seasons is up. Wow, we lost to a 117-yard quarterback performance. Good job, fellas. This offense should be ashamed of itself. That is abysmal. Of course, the field goal kicker missed a field goal on top of it. And they even scored a touchdown at the end. They didn't even need to. God, this team. I don't understand. I really don't. Well, that's disappointing. Go again. So a super fun, interesting thing had happened this latest season. The starting of the draft all the way through the playoffs was lost. It wasn't actually lost, but the recording, for some reason, was stuck on the screen like it looks like right now. It's pretty much exactly the way it was. I think it was just a different point. I think it was like free agency 1 of 2023. So our Super Bowl win that we just had, you guys don't get to see. How the hell do I even see this crap? Super fun. Super fun. Joe Welch and this team barely winning. There was a, how many yards was it actually? It might have been 70-something yard touchdown throw to DK Metcalf with 15 seconds left, all tied up. It was 31 all tied up. It was either overtime or that. And of course, we hit it. We got the touchdown, and I lost the footage. Sweet. Of course, Ben Odom, right outside linebacker, Rookie of the Year. We landed a superstar X Factor, 70 overall linebacker. As far as other players go, Broyles was star. So was Winters, but he had a really nice glow-up season. He went from 82 power move to 89. What a disaster, dude. I guess what a disaster. Money kind of came around as well, and Pat Freiermuth was able to be re-signed. But looking forward, I believe we're screwed. So instead of the rebuild ending with a Super Bowl win, weird for you guys, really annoying for me, we are going to play 2 more seasons and see if we can repeat or if the money issues are just too big of an issue and we can't deal with it. But free agency, which we obviously cannot spend money in, looks pretty decent, but once again, can't spend money here. Maybe we'll try to lowball some DT or something like that if nobody's offering, and maybe we get them. I don't know, but outside of that, there's not really much we can do. So we really don't have the assets to trade up, so I'm just going to go to 32 and hope somebody is there. I have 2 safeties, as I think we may have to let Jamal Adams go, and I do have some D linemen. If Tigner's there, which he is, that is an interesting choice. Both my safeties are here. I don't know who I like more. I think Green I know more about, but he is smaller. And then Tigner looks great, but Wilson, he's also solid looking too. I would imagine that's an A finesse with his size, but Tigner is hard to pass on. 22 years old. Wouldn't start this season, though. How old is Wilson? If he's 21. Oof. That's a hard to pass on player. 21 years old. I might just go for the safety. Tigner, though. Might go for the youngest of the 2 safeties, which hopefully they're not both 21. Nice, they're both 21. Green is technically less athletic, right? 38, 10, 6'7", 409. Yeah, I mean, I guess outside of 40 Green's actually very competitive. Do you not actually just take Tigner and then best of luck? A tackle as well. I'm just going to take Tigner. Tigner, hidden development trait, 92 strength, 70 speed. That's good. That's good. We may have to trade up now, though, as once one of the safeties goes, hopefully it's going to take a while to do that, but I'm going to have to trade up for the remaining of the 2. Green goes, so we have to trade up to the Browns. We trade a third next with 64 to move up to 38, so no third round next year, but that is okay, as we are, of course, going to be taking, hopefully, the replacement for Jamal Adams, assuming that's something we literally have to do, which I think it is, sadly. Greg Atkinson, don't know what that zone coverage is. We're hoping for the best. Greg Atkinson is a hidden development trait player. 91 speed, 89 excel. Jumping's pretty good for a safety, and in the class, 88. Got to compare him to Green, obviously, but I'm not mad with what happened there. And O-line, I think we need to replace Stanley, as you just can't afford that much with a team like this. And Stanley is a lineman, so linemen are usually the first to go. And honestly, we got some, I wouldn't say Brian's great, But Spillman's decent, it seems, so I would probably just be waiting on Spillman to be there for us. Merritt looks decent, but obviously could be bad run block, pass block awareness, and impact looks great, though. I suppose I'm kind of curious still to just take Wilson anyways. Move a few spots, see if Wilson's there, maybe like 10, and then we'll take him. And he's already gone. Never mind. So we're going to 32. It could be a reach, but day 3 could literally also be 4th round. He could have already been gone if we were unlucky enough. Spillman's going to be my choice, and a hidden development trait lineman. We have 2 hidden development trait, well, 2 star plus linemen now that aren't actual starters. So we're kind of, we're kind of set for the future, it seems. And do I take the other lineman? He was a bit weak, if I remember. 30 reps. Yeah, whatever. Shane Bryan. Also hidden development trait. We'll take it. We will take it. And then in the 5th, I probably will just take one of the wide receivers. I lied because they're both gone. We now have 16 million only after the draft. 74 overall, 72, 72, 71. That linebacker was terrible. The fullback's okay. And I suppose we do want to take a look at Green. I'll move some players around based on where we think they're going to play. Actually, Green was in the 2nd round. Where is he? Green, 77 overall hidden development trait. Now I will take a look at the dev because I am curious. 77 overall, and we obviously took Atkinson right after. So what's that dev? Star. Okay, we still have a chance to maybe have made the better play. Our guy's only a 72 though, so he needs to at least be superstar for that to be the case. He is a little more athletic, I suppose, but yeah, I mean, right now it's not really even close. And he is, okay, so he is a superstar. Never mind, I guess. I mean, pretty even, but technically slight nod to us. If it was normal to star, it wouldn't even be close, but star to superstar is a little bit of a different story. What was the actual comparison? Catching's the exact same. Jumping, he slightly beats our guy by an inch. What else do we have? Tackling, hit power is pretty similar. Coverage, obviously, he had the nod, but yeah, I mean, I guess technically our guy's better then. Also, I guess I do want to take a look at Tigner's dev compared to the other guy that we were going to go. So Tigner, 80 block shed. Power move is only 69, though, which is kind of an L. He will be playing DT for us at some point, maybe even next season. What's the dev? Star development trait, not particularly great, especially if the other guy has star or better, because he's also younger. Where is he? So Wilson, 72 overall, only normal in fairness, 78 finesse. I mean, one of those prototypical guys, but I guess we made the right call. I don't know. I suppose considering he's not playing, can't really get a dev up when you're not playing, so him being star for a whole season without being able to go up in dev, yet getting XP bonus because of star is technically a win. All right, Season 3 for you guys, technically Season 4 for me. We just won a Super Bowl, so yeah, you guys got to see that. Super fun, super interesting. But can we win another one? Of course, the team hasn't actually dropped off, but it will. After this season, it will. We're going to lose some names. It's just guaranteed. It's just the way life is. The team is really good, though, so why can't we repeat? Why can't you guys actually see a rebuild this Super Bowl this time? I don't know why there wouldn't be. I don't know why we couldn't. So let's do it. Oh, Winters with 10k XP from his breakout. One more and he's a superstar. A rather pretty good season. It's re-sign time. We have 113 mil, so you got to look in this situation who is replaceable. Corners and wide receivers, not the easiest to replace, especially when they're 99 overalls. Safety, kind of easy to replace, especially since he's 29. Waddle, once again, wide receiver, kind of hard to replace. Stanley's a lineman, not hard to replace. Lineman, So we're actually not as screwed as I would have thought. Let's do a 6-year deal worth 135. Easy clap. Yep, thank you. Metcalf, that's a lot of money. It's like 30 per, but it is what it is. What can you do? 5-year 153, so we're broke as hell with those two guys. Waddle's another guy. I don't want to give him any higher because he is only superstar. Chance that he never gets the X Factor, so you want to make sure you're not overpaying. 20 mil per for him is a steal, let you know. Stanley has been pretty good, like I said, but he's a lineman, and these are the guys that always get let go. Real life, I don't think you can let him go. It's super important. In-game, you can definitely live without him. So I am going to go with Christian Wilkins, and I suppose, do we actually need him? How well is he playing? Because we do have 2 DTs that need to play, and they have a lot of potential. So, yeah, I mean, Wilkins has been really good last season and then this season, but I think you let him go, especially if we have to pay more guys next season. Which do we is the question. We have to pay Lattimore. O'Neal would be gone. Myles Garrett's probably about 30 per, maybe more. Yeah, I mean, Curl, I mean, we don't have to pay that. I mean, oh, the quarterback. Never mind. Yeah, we have to let all these guys go because we're not going to be able to afford them. Maybe get away with Wilkins if you really wanted to, but honestly, with the DTs we have, I'd probably rather pay Stanley, but he, sadly, is super expensive. Teller, actually, I didn't even think about, go to, like, left tackle. You definitely could, but, like, could you not? I think we'll try to get Wyatt Teller back, and everyone else will go. All right, 12-5 versus the 9-8 Buccaneers, which actually might be the exact matchup we had the very first season in this rebuild. But let's take a look at the team schedule. And we had a pretty good year, obviously, and a couple losses in between, but no losing streaks. And I just said losing. I'm sorry. Joe Welch, comparing that to last year, which I guess I probably should have showed you the stats from last year. A little bit better, actually. Really good season that year. Didn't get the dev up from the end of the season. He may on this one. He actually got a breakout from the regular season. And holy Nick Chubb. He actually had a pretty down year last year. Way back up again. That is a really good season. Metcalf was great. Freiermuth was solid. Spiller stealing the catches from Waddle. Maybe we shouldn't even have paid Waddle. I don't know. But O-line was pretty decent. And then defensively, down year for Garrett, but a huge year for Winters. You know, comparing that to his rookie year. Didn't have that great of a rookie year, if I recall. 7.5 sacks, which is okay, but, ended up being the sack leader for this team with a, guy like Myles Garrett on the side. Obviously, you're looking at, it's probably because he was getting double teamed, but in Sim, that doesn't kind of work, so kind of just outplayed him, really. Welch, number 4 for MVP. Nick Chubb, Offensive Player of the Year. No rookie awards. Best running back, best quarterback was 2. Wide receiver was 3. O-line, number 10. I don't really care too much about that. Winters and Garrett at 4 and 5 for D-line. Linebacker at number 6. DB at number 3. And then kicker at number 9. But I don't really care too much about that. In the playoffs again, this time it's the Buccaneers. Let's see it. Last year's Super Bowl, we barely squeaked by literally every single team. It was one possession or less. Kind of similar situation here with overalls, so I would expect it to be kind of the same way. We have that much better of a team than them, and we can only put up 7 points in the first half. Let that be clear. 13-0. Defense is killing it, though. 19-0. Can't even hit the extra point. Bass has been real hit or miss. 26-9. What a score. Jameis Winston, I forgot he was the quarterback for them. Okay. Welch, not great. Running, definitely okay from Chubb. Oh, yeah, Metcalf. I think he had 9 touchdowns in his playoff run last season. He was insane. He had 2 games with 3 touchdowns in them. It was insane. D-line, DTs in particular, are really good. And then I guess Bass is actually pretty decent. The divisional, going against the Panthers, an even lower overall team than we had to face last season. We faced a bunch of 85s, and then the Chiefs were a 90 in the Super Bowl. All right, let's see it. Let's see it. 3-0, 7-3. So how almost all the games go in the postseason for us. Another missed extra point, dude. Bass is trash. Take away the B in his name. 20-17, nearing the fourth quarter here. Only up by 3. A touchdown wins it for either side, it seems. Defense seemed to have clutched it completely up as the Eagles' offense just so trash. I mean, we barely beat Teddy Bridgewater. Welch is playing like trash. Could be welching us of our money next season when we pay him. I don't understand. I really don't. Kicking was awful, both sides, by the way. Holy crap. But either way, we still win, and we still move on to the next round, which is the championship round against the Vikings. I'm trying to think of who the hell we had to play in the last championship round. It was a pretty bad team, though. Not as good as the 87 overall Vikings. I think it actually was the Packers, because Rodgers was still there, which is what threw me off. 14-0. Speaking of, offense is off. Actually, the offense is playing like normal, to be honest. Huge touchdown before half, though. Only down by 7. And just like that, it's all tied up. Now we're up by 7. What a turnaround. Only up by 1, though. This game is now in favor of Minnesota as the offense just doesn't score. Nice drive. What a savior to the drive, and they finish it off with a touchdown. Defense It's been pretty good all postseason long. 3rd and 3. This is the game. This is the game. You don't make this stop, it's over. Why aren't they calling a timeout, by the way? Like, they being us. It's too late now for me to do it, but... 1-on-1, we make the stop. 39-yard line. That's not an easy field goal. Let's see if they got it in them. With 2 timeouts, though, we got time. Peel can't get it, and it will go in. So, need to drive down for a field goal or better. All right, I don't really like the block from the tight end. I'm going to take that quick throw in there. He holds on. Timeout, 13 yards. Maybe not the best use of a timeout because of the yards gained, but it is what it is. I don't want to ruin Metcalf, but at the same time, Waddle is Waddle. He's running for Waddle. And Waddle gets thrown open. What a dot. He was outrunning Waddle. Bro, I'm telling you, the sliders, dude. I don't understand how base... Well, to be fair, who's the corner? Hughes? I don't understand how base coverage sliders, for me, are like... They're harder than our Seahawks sliders. Like, look at how far Hughes in press man coverage covers Waddle without being beat. It was only till the last moment when I used her that he got open. Is Metcalf just that good in our Seahawks franchise? I don't know, dude. But either way, looks like we're going to win and go on to another Super Bowl here, and we do. Quarterback battle, Welch still threw that stupid interception. Abraham, a rookie, looking decent. Dalvin Cook, I actually almost made one of the trade finder trades for him. Not playing super well. Nick Chubb killed it. Waddle with 3 touchdowns. Nice game, obviously. A lot for that one play there. Za'Darius is still here, which is surprising. Our pass rush was awful, which isn't surprising. Booth with a pick, and then kicking was, pretty tame, pretty automatic. Actually, what overall... Actually, you can't even look from here, can you? Well, that was stupid. What overall is Za'Darius? I'm kind of curious. Like, he's got to be trash at this point. Even when, like, I don't know if he still has Superstar at the end of the Madden season. Probably does, but, like, he goes down so quickly. He is an X factor, in fairness here. 84 overall. I mean, he's still usable. Interesting. Edge threats elite is still there, but Zone Hawk. Yeah, that's a Zone Hawk if I've ever seen one. And who else would you expect but the Chiefs? Let's take a look at our DevUps if we had any. Trying to think from last season. Maybe Winters, actually. That'd be kind of a big one. Welch, maybe? Welch doesn't go up, which is surprising. But Freiermuth does. He's an X factor now. We had to pay him a 4-year $50, which was definitely a good decision. Let's take a look at the defense. Williams is an X factor now. Winters is a superstar, and that is it. Williams has actually, lasted a lot longer than I would have thought. Tigner never even got his dev revealed, technically. Was there anyone that we forgot? Brian, we probably didn't look at the dev of him. Don't remember if we... Yeah, I think we did look at Spillman, actually. But fair enough. Let's go to the Super Bowl, see if we can win. And if we win, I suppose back-to-back Super Bowl wins is all you really need. I do want to see the kind of contract situation, though, for next season. Just want to know how screwed we would be. But I think we'd actually be fine. I don't know. Left to right is us. Defense seemed to have given us a short field for a touchdown, which worked out. Down by 10. Nice touchdown before half. No points there, but down by 3 only. Down by 10 now. We are like more than 2 possessions behind like all game here. A field goal in that situation. I mean, maybe they know better than me because they're only down by 3 now. I would have definitely went for it, but in theory, maybe we wouldn't be down by 3 and we'd actually be winning. 3rd and 18. Got to come in. And it's Mahomes. You really want to run? Oh, they're actually going to just run it. This is a bad decision from the Chiefs, I think. Losing 1 timeout isn't really going to do that much to us. And Adams with a pop. Some of the numbers are looking a little strange out here, but it is what it is. Can we get a block this time, maybe? Who the hell is their kicker? He's got a bunch of freaking letters there. And Peel. Oh, we actually... Oh! Missed! All right. I don't know who that kicker is, but he kind of sucks. Oh, it's... What's his name? Mr. Ship. Waddle down the middle of the field. Get Chubb blocking. Never get to use Chubb because it's always like a situation. That's Freiermuth, baby. Oh, it's always a situation where where you're trying to make the comeback and you don't have the time to run it. I will say in this case, if it's like 3rd down or something, maybe. Who the hell is Bushman? Doesn't matter who Bushman is because we're going to not Waddle, Metcalf. It's not the greatest gain in the world. The clock isn't that big of a problem. I'd hate to play for the field goal, but it definitely is an option. Spiller. Spiller in behind for the first down and then some. Probably didn't even need to call a timeout there, especially since it's Mahomes. Remember when we were talking about Nick Chubb? We're going to give a Nick Chubb chance. Is that Nick Bolton going against Spiller, though? And Chubb, super good. Gains 6 from that look. That is a bit busted. Metcalf playing the slot, apparently. And that's pretty good coverage. I'm going to call a timeout, which I really hate, but they actually covered Waddle really well. I don't know why he was my main read anyways, but a little bit of a yikes. Why is Bushman the primary tight end, dude? And there goes Metcalf, slanging it, and I guess he is him. He might just be him, in fairness. I think he is. It might have nothing to do with sliders. He might just be the hardest guy to cover in single coverage. As the Chiefs will not win the game, and we get the ultimate revenge on them. So, the Chiefs obviously winning in real life. Sorry, Eagles fans. It's not like it was like a tough, it was like, some really disappointing loss. A lot of people thought it was going to be I wouldn't say a cakewalk, but they did think that, Eagles were going to win. They were the better team, I suppose, but, it's not like they weren't proud and wasn't like a good season to have. It's definitely a fun one for them, but we get the revenge. Back-to-back Super Bowl wins over the Chiefs here in this rebuild. And I'm, like I said, really curious to see what the team looks like with a bunch of departures and more money issues down the line here. As Welch technically outplays Mahomes, kind of. Chubb was decent. Metcalf with 2 touchdowns. Defensively, pretty tame in the sack department. Interceptions, we had 2 of them. Blankenship with that miss, which was kind of big, I guess. Ended up winning. Would have won by 1 anyways. But 31-27, does it actually show the last Super Bowl? I thought it was like very similar to that, no? League history. It was 38-31. I knew there was a 31 in there, but yeah, not exactly the same. But that, I suppose, will be it. We'll take a look at the team, and then we will actually look at next season. We'll go into next season to see the re-signing, see how much money we have to pay out. But Welch, in the 90s, definitely a solid quarterback. Went up, 3 throw power since rookie season, which is very intriguing. Nick Chubb, now 29 years old, about to be 30, I believe. Solid. Spin move's not up there still, but obviously insane. DK Metcalf, the 99 overall man. What are those ratings looking like? Route running's decent. Everything else is pretty much 99 as well. What about Mr. Waddle? Did he ever get to 99 speed? My man's was 98 speed for a while. Still 98, but yeah, not as good as you would think, right? The release isn't that great, so I guess the release does just play a ton of a factor. We already just looked at Pat Freiermuth, didn't we? Or actually, maybe didn't look at his ratings, but insane round running, insane catching. Speed's 84 is okay in speed. You'd like to see maybe a little bit more than that. Cumberland, last time I checked, he was good at power blocking, and they have not upgraded that finesse in the slightest. Let's take a look at the defense now, which features Winters as an 88 overall superstar. Sliders might be a little high. But I suppose every team in the league gets those sliders, so it doesn't really matter too much. Myles Garrett, what is he at for ratings? 98 power, 94 finesse, 92 block shed. Pretty good. Pretty busted. Take a look at Wilkins now. He's a 92 overall. A lot of morale in there, which kind of threw me off for a moment. 94 block shed anyways, 79 power move. Solid block shedder, obviously, but pass rush, not the greatest technically. Surtain, I believe, was 99, man 98 zone. He is. Press is insane. Look how good he is. He's so good. That's just busted. What else do we want to see? I guess Odom, 83 overall, went really high from rookie year. He went up like 10 or 11 overalls and then didn't really have that great of a season here. But block shed, 83. Zone coverage, 73. Basically better than Devin White, but you didn't have to pay him like we did with White. We had to pay White a 5-year 75. And yeah, I mean, look at him. Like so similar, obviously a lot faster, but insanity. Like he's so expensive. So expensive. Lattimore is a guy I actually haven't paid attention to at all. He's been just quiet, but he's solid, obviously. Very good. And I suppose we'll take one more look at Jamal Adams. 95 overall, strong safety, 90 zone. Very good player, but once again, with his age and just the needs of the team for the future, you got to let somebody go, and I think he is one of the cap casualties. Safety usually is. So it says we have 45 million, which means you would have definitely enough to pay these guys, but I just don't think it would be a smart idea to do so. You got to save money. The quarterback's 45 plus million, and he needs a contract. I think you would have to pay, you can get the 5th-year option anyways, but yeah, bit of a problem. I kind of want to see the other re-signings, though, see what those contracts are like. I think if you go on here, it lets you see re-signings, but I don't know if it like actually shows you how much money you would have. Oh, does it not? Normally you're able to do that, no? I guess not. Never mind. Can't look at them, but let's take a look in the team salaries, I suppose. So team salaries, who would you have to pay? Like we said, Myles Garrett is one of them. O'Neal you would let go. Lattimore you would have to let go because of the age. Curl you would try to re-sign because he's 27. Welch, I think you actually give him the 5th-year option. So we actually could afford this team still. And you debate that maybe we could have kept some of the players we just let go. But either way, back-to-back Super Bowl champions, 93 overall team. You know, even with the lost players, you know, let's take a look at who you would replace. So Teller goes to left guard, Spillman at right guard. Defensively, you put Atkinson, you keep him at strong safety as a superstar, and then you really just take a huge hit at DT, but both of these guys, better pass rushers than the guys that well, maybe not Leonard, but will be definitely better pass rushers than the guys they replace very quickly, so maybe the team even got better there, and Cunningham is a superstar. Was he always? Oh, he just got superstar there. Interesting. Okay. I mean, the team is in pretty good shape. This is like a 5+ year rebuild team where you could just probably rattle off a couple more Super Bowls. But either way, a lot of fun, and hopefully this time you guys actually got to see the Super Bowls. I mean, I suppose we technically became a dynasty. We're them, I guess, back-to-back Super Bowls. But yeah, that's about it. If you guys enjoyed this one, maybe leave a like, subscribe for new. If you're not new, really appreciate your continued support on the channel. Maybe follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel PK Plays for non-Madden content, which we're playing Hogwarts Legacy right now, and will be an episode of a little bit later today over there on PK Plays. And yeah, if you guys have any suggestions for rebuild ideas similar to this you want to see in the future, let me know. Maybe you want to see like a fantasy draft rebuild where I do Trade Finder after that, you know, and then it's like how much value you're going to get because almost every team's like, well, we already got a running back. Oh, we already got a wide receiver, so best we can do is this. Let me know in the comment section below if you have anything like that. Or there's a realistic rebuild team I missed. I think I had a team for Thursday that I missed or forgot to or I wanted to redo because it didn't line up with the way they played in real life, and I just forgot about it, so I'll have to look back into it. But yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys come back for the next video. But until next video, see ya!